stopped working without planning because motherhood tops of all, and everything cannot be controlled by you. That is.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Dilse Talk with CM. I'm Chandana Mandal. I talk about startup, motivation, inspiration, life and happiness. On my channel, I'll be inviting successful women from various disciplines who will share their amazing journey and story. Through these stories, all women will be better equipped to navigate the world. Let's not delay any further. Let's start with our first episode. So hello everyone, welcome to Dilse Talk with CM. Today we have a very special guest. She's Archana Deshpande. She's the founder of Pottery Den. Pottery Den creates designer pottery collections, which is a blend of traditional and modern style. And each piece is handcrafted. So she's a Pune-based entrepreneur. Welcome, Archana.
Thank you, Chandana.
So Archana, can you tell us about your journey? What inspired you to start Pottery Den and what were you doing before this?
So first of all, good morning to everybody, and thank you, Chandana, for this opportunity. It is lovely talking to you right before Pottery Den. Just to give you my background, I have done my MBA in finance and I have worked in mortgage banking for good 15-16 years. I was in United States for long time actually, and when I came back in 2018, I wanted to start something of my own. That time I was not very sure. But as pottery, I have learned in Chicago as a hobby when I was working. That is how it started, the liking towards pottery. But when I came here, I came to know about one opportunity and we just grabbed it. We experimented a lot. Around 11 months, I was working on just to come up to different shades and different shapes and different sizes. And that is how Pottery Den was born.
So, Archana, when you started, did you start with the team or you started alone?
When I started alone, and then people just joined. We hired few people, and this venture is not something you can hire any and everybody. We need skilled workers for some part of it, because in Pottery Den we do handcrafted stuff. Even though it comes under mold to pottery, because we do it in a mass scale, but everything on top of it is hand painted or handcrafted. So we have to train people, or we have to have those skilled karigars who can actually do that, who are good at that skill.
So Archana, pottery is a unique and very artistic field. So what were the challenges that you faced in your journey as a startup founder?
See, I personally am very much fond of good serving, food serving part of it. So I like to serve well when I host or I invite someone. So that is the inherent liking I have. When I came to India, I saw that there is not much products available in the mid-range. Either there is mitti wala thing, or there is a high-end crockery. I wouldn't say pottery, it is a crockery because it is not made of pure clay. There was very less products available in the mid-range where you can use them as a everyday tableware as well. So that is how we started. But a USP of Pottery Den is we do limited edition collections. Every collection of ours has a story behind it. We have summer collection with the pastel colors. We have Christmas collection where we work on only green, red and white colors. But we come up with different but different shape sizes and different designs every year. So my motto is every household should have Pottery Den, but not the same products. They should have according to their likings.
So, Archana, who has been your biggest source of inspiration or support in your journey as a startup founder?
Support, I would say everybody is working for Pottery Den is a big support. From my cleaning ladies to my unit manager, everybody is a big support, because entrepreneurship is it's a community. It's not something you drive. It's not like you drive and everybody is sitting behind. Everybody has to put some efforts, and it shows. When everybody thinks that Pottery Den is their company, then only the work comes out, the productivity is at your maximum. Because you cannot consider it as your company and everybody else is working for you. They should feel like home. They should feel like every product should be at that quality, and that should be intention of each and every person who is working with you. I wouldn't say for you, but they're working with you. So their involvement is, it is a bit difficult, but I think this is a different, not so common venture. So people really like it. You have to have that, to be a good cook, you have to like cooking. You cannot
True,
force
true.
yourself. Art field is, of course, business is there, but it is an art based venture. So the
Right.
inherent liking of that particular art has to be there. So I would say every person is my motivation every day. But in a bigger level, when I started, when I was alone, my mother was the biggest inspiration for me, because she has started some business when I was young.
Okay.
Of course, she was not like that time. It was not called so-called entrepreneur, but she ran business of her own, and she was balancing home and work front. I have seen while growing up. So she was the biggest inspiration for me at that time.
Are there any individual artists or mentors who have influenced your work?
So personally, I like Spanish style of pottery. It's very unique, and pottery artists in Spain, they are more experimental. So if you see pottery in Spain, you will have so much variety in techniques, and not just the pieces wise, but they experiment in different techniques. They come up with innovative techniques to give different texture, different effects, different depth to the color combination, or the shape, size, everything. So currently, if you ask me, then Maria Oriza is a artist. Then another one is Fernando Malo is there. Both are Spanish artists. They are not doing commercial pottery. They are into more of a artist side, where they make unique pieces, but they have very unique style, each of them.
So, Archana, being a woman in startup industry can be very daunting as well as very empowering. So, how has gender influenced your journey?
I think it helps, because as a woman, you are so used to of multitasking. It comes very, handy for us. You don't have to. Every woman is multi-different level. When she has a baby, or she has maybe whether she's working in a normal banking job or an IT job, wherever she is, she's doing with the responsibilities of home as well. So that is given. We are conditioned like that since beginning. We have seen our moms doing that. Not only physical work, but taking care of as a family, as a home in general. So even if you have resources to do certain things at home if you're working, but still you have to take care of the mental health of your kids. You are going through last 2-3 years, we have seen in COVID how we have juggled between staying at home, but still to be motivated, to motivate your kids to do online school, and bringing them back after the COVID is gone. That was a task for all the mothers or all the household ladies to get back to the routine. So I think it helps in every which way, but sometimes I think it takes a toll on physical health, because we tend to ignore our physical health part. We try to be very strong at all the platforms, and we try to be superwoman, and that is the only way I think you can be you can be special. That's what we sometimes feel, and we tend to ignore our health. Health at some front. So I think that is the little change we have to make.
So what is your advice to all the other ladies who are trying to start the venture, or maybe going through the same thing? They are trying to do everything and probably feeling overwhelmed by it. So what do you think is the best way to get started, and at the same time even do it all without burdening your health? What do you think is the best way?
So for me, my experience has been prioritizing is the key. Planning is the key, because I work with plan. I have stopped working without planning, because without planning I feel I'm not that productive. So I have to have a plan. For business, at least I have to have a plan. At home, you cannot plan everything like time wise. There are challenges you have to face on daily basis, but in business, as much as you can plan things, like for us, we are always ahead 8 to 9 months. We are ready with festive collection, we are ready with Christmas collection, we are ready with summer collection. So that gives you peace of mind, and that gives you that prepares you to face well if some challenge comes, because otherwise it becomes very overwhelming when you are balancing different platforms at different levels.
Exactly, true. Planning is definitely one of the important keys. So another question related to motherhood and womanhood is, see, you're a mother. And as a startup founder, you will have so many responsibilities. So how do you manage so many roles, being a mother, being a wife, being a daughter-in-law, being a daughter? So how do you manage so many roles? So
it is a bit difficult task because motherhood tops of all. You give priority to that first, and you raise the bar yourself so high. Sometimes you kind of tend to disappoint yourself. Nobody talks about it, but you yourself don't satisfy that easily. So
Yes, yes.
and we have seen our mothers doing that. I mean, we have seen the inspirations are so good that you feel that you cannot match up to that ever. So I think you just have to you just have to give your best at everything, and you have to decide that this is the best I can do, and you have to satisfy that this is the best I did. And everything cannot be controlled by you. That is the first thing you have to learn, because otherwise the disappointments will not stop. But nowadays you have the resources available, so you can prioritize certain things and just ignore probably the small things where it is not needed. The time, attention is not needed. So prioritize your things, and I think you get the hang of it once you start doing it, because as a motherhood it is a responsible task, because your kids are seeing you how you handle things. So that does matter, because the way I learned from my mother, I have to leave some legacy that they will say that my mom used to do that. So that responsibility is there, and unknowingly we take it on ourselves. So I think one step at a time, one day at a time, and not burden yourself for the bigger responsibilities. So end of the day, when you sleep, you have to be happy that okay, this day I did perform good.
So one step at a time. So nice.
So are there any quotes or mantras that have guided you in your journey, startup founder? We all have bad days and things don't go our way. So are there quotes or mantras that help you get going?
So the biggest line I always remember is, I never lose, either I win or I learn. So even if you lose some battle, there is always a learning. So remember that it is happening to give you something back, some feedback. I mean, now it is a social media world right now. So the entire business runs sometimes on the reviews or a feedback, or people troll different people. So you have to just pick your things. You have to learn from them, and each failure teaches you something. So that is a line I always remember. Whether I win or lose, it doesn't matter, but you have to learn from them.
Exactly. So it's a very, very great approach towards life and the trials. So
Archana, October 10th was the World Mental Health. And now more than ever, mental health has become an important subject, because we're all trying to do so many things together. And there's also an aspect of taboo talking about these mental health issues. And we all know entrepreneurship can be a very stressful journey. So how do you manage your mental health?
So for me, I think it helps, because my thing is, it is based on art, which I really like. PotteryDen is something I create. My ideas, my designs, my creations are there. So when you are working on something you really like and love, you don't feel that stress or burden or working long hours. It doesn't feel, because that makes a huge difference whether you like your work or you are just working for the sake of it. So for me, it helps because I really love what I do. So I pour my heart into it, and it doesn't feel like I'm working, or I'm working for money, or I'm working for fame or something. So I'm creating something, and that gives me immense joy. And then of course the business part, if it is good, the numbers are good, then it is a cherry on top.
Okay. That's a great way to put it. Means if we do something that we love, it will never feel like work.
Right.
So what are the future plans for PotteryDen?
What are your future plans for PotteryDen?
So right now PotteryDen is active in D2C and B2B, both segments. So next 5 years, we are planning that PotteryDen will have the physical existence. Of course, we have a studio in Pune, and we are based in Pune. We have around 40 retailers in India, and we have UK and US base as well. We are online and offline pretty active. We have PotteryDen.com, and we are active on Amazon, Flipkart, different platforms. But I am planning to expand more of a offline existence in different cities, because in studio in Pune we do a lot of physical, I wouldn't say physical, but we conduct pottery workshops, we take corporate workshops, we do different kind of activities in the studio. So I would rather expand that too in different cities or a different country, as online is already on the way.
So this is almost, we are getting to the end of this interview. To wrap up, would you like to give any advice to the people who want to start their journey as an entrepreneur? What advice would you like to give them?
So I have seen that a lot of people have a lot of good ideas, but they just spend too much time in thinking. But I would say have the courage to just begin something and take small baby steps. Don't expect too much too soon, but you have to learn the way towards the success. I mean, it should not be like in one step or two. So have the courage to begin then, and there are 100% chances to succeed. But if you not begin something, just thinking, and then they realize that, I would have started a couple of years back. So just start something, grow step by step, slowly learn, and then enjoy that journey, and enjoy the journey of the growth what you're going towards.
Thank you so much, Archana. It was a pleasure talking to you. It was
Same here.
Well, that was a very inspiring session. I'm sure all of you have learned something from this session. I have personally learned a lot of things. And if you all have interest in pottery, you want to buy her beautiful pottery collections, please visit this website. It's also in the description. And if you like the content of this video, please like the video and also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that I can continue to give you amazing content in the future. So see you next time. Bye-bye.